Okay. I am going to start talking and I am going to assume that you can hear me. My name is Dennis Procopio. I am the owner of Man Up Life Coaching in San Diego, California. And here in 2021, I am living in a really wonderful environment with my family. I work with a bunch of clients who come from an assortment of backgrounds. They're guys of different ages, ranging from their early 20s, just getting out there and getting started, to guys in their 30s that are starting families, guys in their 40s who have had a few bumps and scrapes and are still trying to maybe get it together and see what their next thing is. Guys in their 50s who are looking at this as an opportunity to sort of now or never. This is my new lease on life. Let's go, rawr. And guys 60 and up who are saying, I accept that I'm sliding in the direction of my golden years, but I've still got a lot of stuff I want to do in terms of my legacy before I start and shutting down shop. So it's go time. So these are the guys that I work with. I'm the owner of Man Up Life Coaching. I'm not the only coach, but I'm pretty much the head coach. And one of my talents, my admin group, is amazed by my ability to close sales calls, leads. I hope you don't mind this, but I kind of like to hydrate through this thing. It's going to be about, we're going to go about 30 minutes starting now. So I feel like I'm going to be doing some talking and I want to be able to flow with you here. So, yeah, I have an admin group now. When I started this thing out, I didn't have an admin group. I was a guy, trying to start a life coaching business from the ground. Regardless of my experience, which I've got 30 years of experience in education and technically coaching, but really more mentorship. But I've been under the Man Up Life Coaching brand now for going on a decade. And when I first got started, like I said, I didn't have an office, which I do now. This is my home office, but I mean, I have a brick and mortar. I didn't have international reach. I used to conduct my all of my meetings from my iPhone. And it took a client to suggest to me, hey, do you ever think to maybe get something to stabilize that? I mean, just to make it a little bit more professional. So broke a few eggs making this omelet. But over the years, I got my game tight. And along the way, I've learned a few things about how to sort of scale a little one-man operation into what, in my present manifestation as a business owner, is frankly a business with it's a good little business, and it's got a lot of potential. The way I sell is I believe in the product. I'm able to sell the product because I know the value of the product. It's proven. I understand what it will do and what it won't do. I understand its limitations, which means I understand who it's for. And after having done this enough, I recognize what a good candidate for the acquiring of this product looks like. And I'm using that language because I said how to sell anything. Now, I'm going to start off here by sharing an anecdotal story. Well, an anecdote is a story, right? By sharing an anecdote. I used to live in New Orleans, and I lived in New Orleans before Katrina. I lived in New Orleans after Katrina. I was a Hurricane Katrina victim. So um, I'm talking New Orleans right after Katrina. Um, I'm working in an art gallery in the French Quarter, and I'm on Royal Street. And the people who were coming down Royal Street are people who were in New Orleans, typically either um, on vacation or they're on a convention for some sort of a convention, or maybe they're getting off of a cruise ship, right? And so you're on the Gulf Coast, so there's this sort of vibe to New Orleans. It's got an ambiance. And when people are there, it's Fantasy Island, man. As a tourist, you're looking for a certain quality of experience. Now, as a person who is selling art in New Orleans, I'm originally from Philly. Jewish Italian from Philly, New York. That's my deal. I've lived everywhere. Long story, not getting into it. I've lived goddamn everywhere. I've I've been around. But anyway, I've done my time in New Orleans. I lived in New Orleans off and on from my 20s right up until my son was born 11 years ago at Toro Hospital. So my point for saying that is New Orleans is funny. New Orleanians are like Southern fried New Jersey's, New York, New Jersey people. They really are. They've got all the same heart. It's the same people, the same immigrants that we had in the tri-state area up north. They're the same immigrants that we had getting off of boats down there. You have your Italians, you have your Irish, African, obviously, and so these same boisterous, spicy personalities have contributed to the zeitgeist. So, and to the culture in general. So, when people come down there, they don't know what I am, because a Yat accent is basically a Brooklyn accent. Coffee, darling. It's the same. It's the same talk. So I figured out how I could bend the Philly, New York thing a little bit, and kind of come off as some New Orleanian character. And everybody in New Orleans is a character, so it really doesn't matter. Even if I were clearly some Northeasterner, clearly some Yankee doing some crazy in some crazy character, even that is sure, that too is New Orleans. New Orleans is characters. That's what New Orleans is. So the more of a character I am selling you art, sure I am. Of course I am. What would you expect? You're on vacation. Here, have another daiquiri. Let's put these beads around your head. Oh no, now we're all showing our tits. Crazy town. So you want to buy some stuff? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Come on, we're all drinking together. Whoa, your wife just showed me her boobs. Of course you want to buy some stuff. Right? It's a different environment. The way to sell in that environment, I discovered, was people are coming down there looking for you. They want the character. They're not mad at you for it. They know what this is. You're walking down Royal Street. You see an art gallery. You are looking at you're drinking and go, what is this? Okay. Well, that's step one in me selling you something. That's attention. I got your attention. Now, it's no accident that you're going, duh, what is this? I showed up in the morning and I used my damn artistic eye to design a window that would get your attention. Same thing you do with a website. Anytime you present a product, you want to make it look nice, right? Intriguing in some way. So I got your attention. My job, and follow me on this, my strategy is to convert attention to interest, interest to desire, desire to acquisition. So I might be shucking and jiving with you, but the moment you came into my little corner of the swamp, I heard you coming from a mile away. All these galleries are talking to each other and on their phones and instant messages, just like the birds are all talking to each other in the bayou. And I know because I spent a lot of time kayak fishing in them, and there's been out there with gators 3 times the size of my freaking kayak. When I run into that big boy, he knew I was coming because all these animals are talking to each other. That's what's happening when the tourist walks into a tourist trap, quote, art gallery. So this person standing out there with the beads around their neck, drinking a freaking whatever, hurricane or a hand grenade. They're going, oh, what is this? Gotcha. Got your attention. Attention to interest. Now, the first thing I need them to do is I need them to walk into my shop, into my space, come into my lair. I've got my desk positioned all the way at the back of the room. Got their air conditioned blasting, so it feels good. Oh, you know you want to come in. And from the moment you showed up in front of my shop, I had you in my sights. I got a computer monitor here that I can kind of pretend I'm doing something important, but I'm watching you because you're holding my credit card. You got my money, right? And I'm being honest about what that sales environment was because I want to use it as a compare and contrast to what I do here at Man Up Life Coaching, which is none of that. I started this thing by saying this is about truth in sales and how to actually be honest about what you advertise. So I want to start out with being a freaking hustler, a glorified prostitute. I know what it was. That's what New Orleans is. It's a big brothel. Everybody's a whore. We all know it. It is what it is. I was a street musician in New Orleans, for God's sake. I know what I'm talking about. But then again, I was everything. Don't ask me how many jobs I've had. That's why I can coach all these guys. I'm like, what do you do? Oh, I did that. No matter what they've done, I'm like, oh, I did that. Lumberyard, oh, I did that. Easter Bunny in a mall, oh, I did that. Right? Data entry, oh, I did that. All right, starting your own business, oh, I did that. Building business for somebody else, I did that. IT, I've done that. Like, I've done everything. It's so crazy. And so because I've lived in a bunch of different places, I've done a bunch of different things. I have this personality that allows me to read people really well, which is, again, what makes me a good coach. I have this personality that allows me to read people really well. And if I'm completely honest, to sort of move them in directions based on, do they want to go toward the cold air or do they want to go toward the warm air? Oh, they're feeling the cold air? That feels good? You like that cool air? Come on, come closer to the cold air. Come on. There's nothing wrong with just shucking in and jiving. You're in New Orleans. Come on. Let's go. Let's party. Let's whatever the hell you want to do to make you feel good. But my bottom line is I came to work today because I need to pay my bills. And you have my money. And you're going to trade me some of that money for this art ears that I have on this wall. You don't know it's your art yet. I have to introduce you to it. That's the job I have to play. So I got your attention. Now I have to get your interest. I need you to cross the threshold, because once you cross the threshold, you've committed to this space. You've made a commitment. How do I do that? I'm sitting back there hiding behind my monitor, and I quickly read you and I figure out what's going to move you. Is it going to be to kind of vibe you in by saying, "Hey, how you doing? Come on in. Don't stand out there. It's nice and cool in here. It's freaking hot out there. Don't stand out in the heat. You look like a tourist. Get in the air conditioning like a local. Pretend you're going to buy something." We love that. Or if I know that that's somebody they're going to think, "Oh boy, listen to this schmucky guy," then I can tell that they're an uptight, corncob up the ass type. I say, "Hey guys, how you doing? Listen, I'm working on something right now. I can't really talk to you, but you're welcome to come in and look around if you like." I'm like, "Oh yeah, we don't need any help. We just wanted to kind of look at the art. Okay, come on in, feel free, but forgive me if I can't. I got to think. Oh no, that's fine. Go ahead. Now, honestly, I'm full of shit. I got nothing. I'm sitting there on Facebook, or I'm freaking playing a game of chess or Baduk, and I'm looking at their body language. I'm looking to see where they go. I need to get them interested in something. So first of all, I have to see what they're walking around looking at. Are they looking at the small pieces, or are they looking at the big pieces? Are they looking at things that are really dramatic, or are they looking at things that are a little bit more demure? Are they just what's engaging for this person or people? Usually it's a couple. Couples buy art together more often than individuals buy art for themselves. So they come in, they look around, and I notice that they keep looping back. What patterns do they have? What do they keep looking at? If I catch any pattern, just any little loop, I'm immediately going to go in on that. So let's say there's a piece with a big black and white piece with a tree and a red moon. I'm just making crap up, right? They loop around to it once, they loop around to it twice. That third time I say, "Isn't that a cool piece? What do you know about that? Do you know this artist?" No, I don't. But yeah, I love it. What's the story? I thought you'd never ask. Well, let me just tell you the story. Hi, I'm Dennis, and I'm this wackadoodle character that happens to come from the Northeast, where I was educated, achieved a full 4-year scholarship to go to Cooper Union. Ooh, did I just humble brag and drop a big old bucket of "I know art better than you" in the middle of the room? Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of the guy who knows stuff about art. I mean, by the time I'm done talking, they think, like, this artist is so lucky to have this gallery director who came from Cooper Union. They have no idea what the fuck Cooper Union is. But the point is, what I did there is I established authority. I said, I am somebody who is qualified to tell you anything you want to know about this thing you're looking at, how it was made, what it's made of, what that process is, and I educate, because people would rather be educated than sold. Just educate. So the first thing I do is I establish myself as an authority. Interest. I say, I see that you're interested in that. They say, yeah, I am interested in that. I like it. I say, what is it you like about it? Even if they don't establish that they like it, I might just say, hey, I'm curious. I notice you keep looping back to that thing. I look at that all the time. I know why I like it. But then again, I'm the guy with the art degree. I'm curious. What are you seeing in it? Just, I mean, come on, you're on vacation. I mean, I assume you're on vacation. Are you guys on vacation? Boom, 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 boom. They're giving you data. Boom, boom, boom. Take that data. That data is information. You can use that. They're helping you to understand where they come from. Establish myself as an art authority. Ask them, what is it you like about this piece? When they tell you, then you validate their taste. This authority on art says that they really like the reason that I like this art. When you compliment them for their taste in something that they like, you're opening up a door to validation. The art becomes a symbol of validation for them. And now it has interest for them because people are interested in mirrors. They want to see themselves, and they want to see themselves in a positive light. What you're doing right now is you're creating a mirror for them in which they will see positivity. This reminds me of that trip to New Orleans. This reminds me that I can walk down the street in a beautiful city, sip a drink, look at a piece of artwork, fall in love with it, and have somebody who knows everything there is to know about art tell me, you're exactly right. This is beautiful and wonderful for all the reasons that you felt it was initially when you saw it. Oh, now you got to get it for her. Come on, bro, you got to get it for her. It's not up to me. Okay, now we know who controls the wallet. That's what I was looking for. So, attention to interest, interest to desire. One of the best ways to make somebody desire something is tell them they can't fucking have it. I remember taking a girlfriend of mine to a nude beach. She didn't know we were going to a nude beach. You had to go through the woods to get to this nude beach, and it was in Vermont. And we lived in New Hampshire. And she had no idea that Lake Willoughby had a nude beach. And so I bring her to this nude beach, and I start taking my clothes off. She's like, Dennis, no, there are people. You can't do that. And then she sees, like, the fuck is happening over here? And she was really mad at me, which, okay. But anyway, we all convinced her to take her clothes off. And by the time she was done, we totally turned her into a nudist. I'm not a nudist, by the way. I just decided to do it for a Fear Factor thing. But but she was there was so much freedom for her in the idea that you could walk around nude in front of other people and have it not be sexualized, that she said, now when I see people in bathing suits, I actually find that more provocative and more sexualized, because it's about what they let you see and what they don't. And that's the root of desire right there. There's a little power play in there, right? A little game. Oh, you can almost see it, right? That's why, strippers make more money than hookers, right? The smart ones. So you need them to desire this thing, and the way that you need to make them desire it is to basically tell them, this is actually a really nice piece. So where do you live? What do you guys do? Like, are you worthy of this piece? So I see this piece hanging in a really, really important place. Where are you? I mean, if you had something like this in your home, where would you put it? I mean, obviously not in the bathroom. I mean, unless you have some amazing bathroom. If you have that type of situation, I want to see pictures. And you see this a lot. You see people do this. This is not a new strategy. The old highbrow that go into Brooks Brothers sometime. You'll get that. People, anytime you're going to spend any kind of real money, all of a sudden you get people playing that "Are you good enough for my elite product" game. And it's because it works. Art is not a necessity. It's a freaking, arguably it's a necessity, but the point is it's sold as a luxury item. And luxury items can be hard to sell if they're of questionable value. And tourist art is of questionable value, and tourists are a questionable demographic, which is what makes it a hustle. But Daddy needed to eat, and that's what Daddy did for money. Acquisition, we want them to acquire this thing. How do I make them desire it? I'm getting them to visualize it. What's it look like in your home? Where does it go? Oh, that's nice. Let me show you something. I'm going to bring you in the other room. Let's lower the lights on this thing. If you're in your home and you're sitting there drinking a cup of coffee and the light starts coming up in the morning, look at how nice the image looks. And you're changing the environment. You're changing the ambiance. By adjusting the light, you're going to have different pushes and pulls between the lights and the darks. But as you're doing it, you're creating a sense of mood. You're creating a sense of magic. You're having an intimate moment. The two of them sit there together, and she says, I really like it. And he says, well, I mean, if you like it, if you're happy, I'm happy. Duh. Yeah. Like every other dude in the world. Does this mean I get a blowjob back at the hotel? Okay. All right, I think we kind of like it. Does that mean you're in? Oh, well, I don't know. So now I have to convert desire to acquisition. I mean, should we do it? It's kind of a lot, though, isn't it? I mean, which card would we put it on? I mean, we're just going to be completely honest. It's like we like it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Should we come back? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, look at me. Remember the lights? No, you're not coming back. Here, hold on. Let me go just lock the front door for a second. Now you can't leave. No. You need this art. Oh, you need this art. You need this art because I've just spent fucking 2 hours with you. You need this art. Right? Let me explain how you're going to get this art. Look, let's not pretend that you haven't already purchased this thing in your heart. I was there. I felt it. We all felt it. We had a moment. It's okay. It wasn't awkward. But you do love this art. Tell me I'm wrong. No, I mean, I really do. Oh, you're good, salesman. You're good. No, it's not a question of being good. It's just a question of saying, I know when I feel it. Come on, you felt it too. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's nice or not. What matters is she likes it, right? He's good. He's really good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I just know sometimes it's cheaper to just buy the art, bro. Me and you. Come on. Don't fucking kill my sale over here. All right. I'm trying to help you. She's going to be really, really happy with you for letting her buy this stupid thing. All right. Here's how we get to acquisition. Acquisition is, I want this on your wall. So do you. There's that middle part, and that's the scary part. So I'm going to take away the fear. You'll put it in your wall using a hook I'm going to provide that's going to be on the back wire. In the place it's going to go, you're going to measure up a certain height. You're going to measure back down. You're going to put this hook, and you're going to hang it. You've taken that out of a package that arrived, which I shipped you, and I crated it. So it is going to arrive this is coming from Fort Knox. This thing is going to be an indestructible packaging. The good news is it's really easy to open. It's really easy to dispose of. And God forbid there were anything wrong with it. You call me. I am not done with this sale until this is on your wall and I get a picture in an email saying it's beautiful. I love you. Can't wait to come back and get our next piece. So, how does it get to you? It gets to you because I spend a lot of money to ship it to you. That's how it gets to you. The good news is that since we're going from state to state, you're not taxed. So therefore, the tax kind of cancels out the shipping. So you're getting a decent deal. What else you're getting is that I am going to send you information every step of the way to make sure you know where it is, what's happening with it. And this is my number and it rings in my pocket. Try it now if you like. This is my phone and it's always on. I don't play this. I pimp this. This is my job. I'm a gallery director. My job is when you say I want it, I say, here's how it happens. Now, what I'm saying is I'm going to put this on your wall, and I just showed you the flow path for how that's going to happen. Your job is to give yourself permission to pull the trigger and to say, all right, I'm in. By the way, you haven't taken a drink in quite a while, and it's because you only have a little bit left. I have a whole nother bottle over there. Would you guys like to have a little champagne? Oh, let's do it. All right, we're going to pop champagne. Sorry, it didn't pop. This isn't really very expensive, but it's symbolic. Good for you guys. Cheers. No, not me. I don't drink. You live in New Orleans and you don't drink? No. When daddy drinks, daddy goes to jail. No drinking for me. Thanks. Wow. That's really good. Good for you. Yeah, it's tough, but I can still have a good time being in an environment with people who are spirited. So my suggestion is let's go ahead and let's take care of the paperwork before we have too much champagne. Can we do that? Is it a deal? Are we shaking hands on this? Yes, we're shaking hands. Fantastic. Congratulations. Let's just get that card. The most important things to take from this are attention to interest, interest to desire, desire to acquisition. Now, the only difference between selling something and being a hustler like that and selling something and not being a hustler like that is if you actually believe in what you're selling. Until you believe in what you're selling, real talk, you're going to have to do what I did. You got to hustle, man. You got to hustle. Sometimes you got to bend you got to find creative ways to present the facts. So you're not lying, but you being creative. But just as soon as you can, if you can do it, and I did it, find something that you believe in so that when you sell it, you don't have to feel like you're full of shit and you're a liar and you're a scumbag fucking used car salesman, because that's a terrible feeling. I hate that feeling. I always hated it. I mean, I needed the money. That was my hustle. Gotta eat, But now I have the luxury as a business owner of getting guys on the phone and saying, hi, I'm Dennis. I own Man Up Life Coaching. Who are you? They say, I'm so-and-so. I say, I'm looking at your client application. I see that you're this old. You live in this place. You're married or not. You have kids or not. You have anxiety, depression, whatever your crap is. Yes, these things are all true. Okay, well, I have a product. It has two verticals. One is core programming. One is dynamic programming. Core programming is some stuff that I'm going to ask you to do based on 30 years of experience that works for guys. Dynamic programming is basic generic therapy. You come in here, you tell me your problems, and together we see if we can come up with some solutions. You work with me for 12 to 24 months. We work together in an environment pretty much like this. We're dudes. I use what I call the bro coach approach. So if you want to drop F-bombs, you drop a fucking F-bomb. I don't care. And I work with heavy hitters. Don't get it. Don't think that just because I'm being bro doesn't mean I don't work with some high-powered CEOs, celebrities, athletes, etc. Like I'm the real deal. I promise that. And I have the confidence to say that because I've built this thing and I've built it on integrity. And I believe in the product and it works. So, can you do my core programming? Cool. Can you do my dynamic programming? Cool. Do we have a rapport? Do I like you? Because if I don't like you, I probably am not going to offer you a free 1 hour Zoom session to move the conversation forward. I'm say, hey, it's been a great chat. Here's my website. If you decide you're interested, give me a holler, which I know I'll never see you again. Or I'll be even more direct and say, I have to be honest. I don't want to waste your time or mine. I'm not feeling that we're moving in a direction that's gonna work. So I want to thank you for your time, and I want you to take care. That's it. I have the power and the authority to do that. My business, right? That's why I wanted to be the boss, so I could do that. I choose my clients. I sell them something I believe in. I know that the thing that I believe in works because I got guys, and they'll all tell you it works. Ask them; they'll tell you. Not like a cult. I'm just saying it fucking works. And if you're going to break my balls, and well, how does it work? You know how it works? It works. Forget it. I have another you in a minute. You're making it hard for me to do my thing. I got another. Next guy's up. Okay, hey, how are you? Oh, now see, you're playing ball. Bing! Now you get this lot that other guy was going to be in. I'm able to sell honestly in this environment because I know that my guy is a guy who is stuck. He's between 20-something and 60-something. He's ready to make a change in his life. And that motherfucker will spend money if you have the instructions to help navigate his ass out of the labyrinth. Give him the golden thread, like, the Theseus and the Minotaur, right? He's like, help me get out of this maze. I will pay you. Like, either I have it and I'll make it rain, or I don't have it and I'll figure it out. But bro, if you have a solution, I'm saying let's go. And I say, I have a solution. And they say, how do I know I can trust you? I say, you don't. And the thing is, I don't want to work with somebody who's not going to do the work. How do I know I can trust you? Well, I'm telling you. Okay, well, I'm telling you. I mean, I get a bunch of guys who will eventually, I have a community here. I get a bunch of guys who will tell you that this is the real deal. But they're not on the call because I don't need them to bolster my product. I'm telling you, sitting here man to man, telling you this works. And if you want it, you want it. And if you don't, you don't. I'm here to answer any questions you have. Shoot. And they ask and I tell them. And I'm dead ass honest. And I swear to God, it feels so good to be able to do that. So I think we probably went for something closer to like anywhere. What are we at? 35 minutes going on 40. It's all sales. It's all manipulation. It's all branding. It's all influencing. Always has been. Except that find something or be something that you believe in. Sell it shamelessly. Tell the truth. Let your product determine its market. Pick the people that are the best fit. Triage the people that aren't. And when you know that you have the right message and you're able to connect it to the right market, when they step into your environment, you just tell them, here's what I'm offering. And emphasize being real. Because it's such a disconcerting alternative to the waka 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 that it makes people go, yeah, take my motherfucking money. Here, take it. Thank you for just being real. And for building a business that allows you to be real. Because if that level of integrity scales, then maybe we can have a marketplace where sales are genuinely about exchanging quality products at a reasonable price rather than people trying to screw each other. Right? Which is why I had trouble sleeping back when I was selling art. Pretty interesting, right? All right. I'm going to be doing more of these because I think it's a really good topic. So look for the green background. In the meantime, thank you for listening. And if you're interested in me, like, who's this Dennis guy? I want more. Subscribe, because there's a lot of stuff on this channel. I'm kind of a thing. And also, if you are a dude who's interested in potentially finding out more about life coaching and personal mentorship, go to my website, manuplifecoaching.com. Check me out. All right. I'll see you later.